Hello everyone, Poor Cynic here with Tyrant Reviews, and this is another case solved by Chillingo. This is a detective-themed tile-matching puzzle game in the vein of one of Chillingo's previous titles, Puzzlecraft. And when I say in the vein, I may be understating that just a little. You'll see what I mean in a moment. You are a private investigator in a town under the grip of a candy-based prohibition. Why not actual prohibition? Because this is meant for kids and you can't have kids using booze as a super currency. We'll get more into that in just a moment again. As is the norm for someone in such a profession, you are tasked with solving various crimes and misdemeanors that the public doesn't trust to police. Each case typically has several segments to them, but they have a portion in common. The tile matching, known here as clue gathering. So let's see some of the things here on screen. You can see, federal candy reserves. These are ne'er-do-wells here in the corner. A lot of ads though. I'll try to block those if I can. We're going to options now. Just tells you what the version is. You go into options inside options. It's the language. You can sync with the iCloud. You can turn notifications and transitions on. Let's turn transitions off because that might speed things up. Because there are sort of these noir-esque transitions of your character in silhouette going from place to place in between the various puzzle segments. And they are very slow and kind of a waste of time. Anyway, yeah. There's privacy, there's credits, there's sound, you can turn it on or off. And you can turn that on or off, it's music and sound effects. And let's just go into continue here. Yeah, that was the thing the transitions did, is they sort of hid the loading screens. You see here's a daily bonus, as is the norm in a lot of these. And they want me to rate the game. I'm sort of doing that right now. Oh, an item I have ordered has just arrived. You can order items and various bits of furniture for your office, which will show in just a moment. And these typically give you bonuses and additions and extras and whatnot. In this case, I got a shelf, or a better shelf. And you can share it if you like, but I don't. Anyway. Along the top of the screen here, you can see there is the regular currency. That's the cash, the greenbacks. There's the super currency, which is the candy, and there's the number of newspapers you've required, which is 8 of them. Newspapers in this case are sort of non-story tests, non-story puzzles that you can use to farm cash and are required to actually move along in the story mission. And that's one of the things where there actually is a difference between this and Puzzlecraft. There's a lot more emphasis on story in this particular game. I vaguely remember there being something of a story in Puzzlecraft, but it was just sort of in the background. It's you made a city, now make it prosper. This is, you're a detective, and you have these cases, and it's all very well and good. You see the number of cases you solved next to that. That's obviously the solved. You can see your level and the number of stars you have. You can go into the options menu by hitting the pause. And you can already see here there are some special collect in one move. These 3 things right here, those are sort of challenges, and if you accomplish them, you gain that amount of money, which is actually not bad, but not great either. Let's resume. A lot of things here in the office. You see here the board in the back. This is your sort of your skills that you have. You can unlock these with a number of stars. And these give you things you can use throughout the case, like searching one chosen object in no time, or searching the next area only takes 3 minutes. I have 4 stars to spend, which basically means I can only get the Gumshoe Stroll, or I can get Taxi, which means the next move is free. Let's hold off for the moment. It doesn't really matter at this particular point. Phone's going off, that's not important. The file cabinet with the 2 here, those are your story quests. You go there when you want to move on. Otherwise, if you just want to waste time with a generic puzzle, you click on the newspapers on the floor. The photo on the wall. There's me, handsome devil that I am. And these are basically just achievements, and you complete them and you get little candy rewards. You can see I have some right here. I will say it's not difficult to get the super currency, but there is a problem with it in that you're sort of pushed to use the super currency a lot. You're pushed to use the currencies a lot just in general. which I will demonstrate to you now, or which I will show to you now in the here, along the bottom where it says new and it's the cash register. Detective store. These are all various things that you can buy. Some of them are big things like furniture. You know, you earn money for more unused clues with a basic file cabinet and a desk lamp for new tools and equipment, and you know, all sorts of good stuff. We'll say though that the chair, it says lowercase retry cost by 25%. That actually doesn't exist anymore. This game used to make you pay to retry a failed test, or retry a failed case. And then everybody hated that, so they got rid of that, and now it's free to retry a failed case. So there's no point in getting chairs. Just walk around your office. Don't need to sit down. Sit on the desk. All right, equipment. Each new item in this carrier has a chance for finding candy by 10%. I'll show you that in just a second. But this is all equipment that you can use in the various puzzles. And you can see it's expensive to get equipment, or to get free, like if you want a free water map per case, that's more than I have. Or free free scene photos per case. These are a little, oh, guns. I can get guns, but I can't, actually. Because those are really pricey. Ooh, and you can get flowers with the super currency. What a great reward. And basically when it says a bigger chance for finding candy, it just means they put something in the... Oh, well, I'll show that in just a second, because I said I was going to show that. Anyway, tools here. These are things you actually can use during the puzzles, like a free move and whatnot. And those are cheap. They're collecting all donuts and whatnot. But now we actually get into the pricier ones. Lie detector, that's 2 super currency. A city guide is 5 super currency. These are all not bad, but you get so little money over the course of the game. It can be bad if you're not paying attention. Which is part of the reason why they were pushed into getting rid of the paying to redo a case, because it was just too much. And that's one of the major problems with this game, is they push you into using the currency. It's not the normal currency or the super currency. They push you into it. You have to basically use that very often in order to actually make progress, and it is kind of a pain. The boxes along the floor here, that's stored evidence. Basically, if you collect things during case, you can save them and use them later, depending on if you have the proper furniture. The mirror here on the wall, this is where you can go to customize your look. You know, it's a face and different hair, and of course it all costs various different types of currency or super currency, which is fabulous, and you can buy furniture that will allow you to change your look again, or to give you more options in changing your look. And it's all designed to milk you for pretty much everything you're worth. That's the way of the private detective. You're always on the verge of perpetual poverty. Anyway, let's jump into a case here. Memorabilia. See here, unlock for 5. That means I'm going to need 5 more newspapers to actually unlock this case. So I need to complete 5 more of those newspaper cases, which is the basic puzzles, in order to play in order to play Mysterious Memorabilia. Memorous Memorabilia. That's great. But anyway, here are the Quiet Neighborhood. This is chapter 1. These are some of the cases I've already completed. Although it's not showing all of them. Here we go. I had to scroll. So we can just pick one at random here. Let's go with... You can see here they're ranked. There are a number of stars. Sort of like in other iOS games, you are given a 3-star rank depending on how well you do. Typically, you get the extra stars if you don't use items and don't use your... you don't use specific items and you don't use contacts, which is sort of a screw you, it seems to me. And the question mark here, that means there's a secret case in there you can find and sort of do, or you get the option to do a secret case if you find what you're looking for. I found one and have not found another one, so yeah, let's do valued vinyl. I seem to recall I had a lot of problem with this one. Oh, and this will actually cost me money to redo now. That's kind of a kick in the pants. I guess it's only if you've already failed it. If you want to redo it and you've already solved it, then it's going to cost you money, that's not great. That does not make me happy. Because obviously there's a lot of things I could do to finish this case. This case had musical undertones. Miss Mayday wanted me to find the person who bought the last copy of a particularly long play so she could buy it back. Yeah, the case in the first level, there's first chapter, there's sort of definitely not what you expect out of a hard-bitten noir, unless it's a sort of, as in this case, a noir parody. But yeah, to earn stars in this case, you get 1 for completing it, you get 2 for completing the case without helping your contacts, and you get 3 for collecting all the necessary evidence and completing the case without help from your contacts. And in case of hard evidence, you can see there you need 4 maps, 4 fingerprints, and 8 photos. And it's hard to get those things. And there's a secret case to be found as an investigation. So let's burn the 80 bucks, and we'll play this again. And here we have just the various setup with Betty Mayday. Sam Larity recommended me. I feel like that's a reference to something, but if it is, I've forgotten. Somebody bought the last copy, and you want me to buy it back? Nope, just find the buyer, and she'll buy it back. Alright, I can do that. As was already stated, you just get to see the file again. The case of the valued vinyl. Alright. So now we have the first part of the various mini-games that make up the core of this, and that is the actual collecting of puzzle things. You can see here you have different selection. You have footprints, you have clues, which are the question mark bubbles, you have the magnifying glasses, you have the keys, and you have the donuts. And once you collect a certain amount of like magnifying glasses all in one line, this is done by dragging lines, which I will show right now, and you can see I will get 2 photographs. I need 3 photographs to actually talk to this or pass this guy to complete that part of the challenge, which means I need to collect more questions. You can see here some of the things that are coming up. You can see along the top right corner is sort of ghosted. There's fingerprints, there's maps, and there's more photos. But you can see along here, just going over some of the things in the file, that just tells you what the case is all about. The clues, that tells you what you've already collected. The skills, those are things you can activate during the case. Then there's the tools, which allow you to do various things in the case as well. Problem is, if you use some of these, like collect all questions or collect all footprints, it doesn't actually activate the next, or it doesn't give you the next level. Like if I activated or collected all footprints, it would not give me maps. It would just get rid of all the footprints, which is kind of a pain in the butt. And yeah, so we need 3 photographs, but I also need to complete the, screwed that up. You see, I was trying to swipe everything in a row and then go diagonally to that one in the center, but that's one of the other problems with this, is that the controls are not exactly great, and you will occasionally just end up doing something you do not want to do. Let's get some donuts here. I almost have enough to get another photograph, but I need to move something. And can I move? Oh, I don't have enough lockpicks to swap the tiles on the board. And I can't collect any lockpicks, so that's great. That's awesome. And that's one of the other problems with this game. It's not very fair with the drops. It's not fair with the layout. It is designed, it is intended to make you spend money on the tools and the skills and whatnot. As I keep harping on about, it's all about making you pay. Anyway, it looks like I can collect all 3. I can collect them by tapping them, but that uses up one of my moves. You can see here I have 29 moves remaining. That's the little number in black and white underneath the 1 of 5 there. The 1 of 5 is how many sort of people I've already talked to, and how many people I've passed. I'd like there to be... I can get the one photo to cross with another, and that's what I'm going to do right now. Or not. I screwed that up, so that just wasted time. So great. So awesome. Well, you see now 27 moves, 26 moves. That was a waste. That was not great. That was very not great. Anyway, now I need 3 fingerprints, which means I need to start collecting the magnifying glasses. And of course, they're not next to each other. Why would they be? And I need more magnifying glasses, please. And more magnifying glasses, maybe. Is that enough? Yes. Okay. So I have enough for the 3, but they're nowhere near each other, which is great. And I need maps as well. So let's see if we can't... Ah, I can connect that. You see, if you connected enough of the special things like the maps or the fingerprints, you'd get bonuses. And bonuses are, as it sounds, very useful. So now, maps. Alright, that should be enough maps, but I'm burning through the moves. Just trying to demonstrate what the game is all about here. And now I need more photographs. Of course I do. Which means I need more questions, which I am not really getting. Oh, there we go. That's a nice line. I need more questions. So let's do I Get a Hunch. All next clues are of the chosen type, so they will all be questions. And let's get something I know will give me a lot. There we go. And that should give me... That should give me photographs. It was sort of brain fart there for a second. My apologies. And I am not going to have enough to complete the hard evidence requirement here. That stinks. 4 moves, and I am 1 short of everything. Actually, I might be able to 1. Ba-boom! Hey, right in the nick of time. That was a close one. That was a squeaker. I did not think I was going to get that. So now we go on to the next part, which is searching. You can search a building, which is a remarkable change up, a major difference from, you know, Puzzlecraft, where all you did was basically either barely manage the town or complete the puzzles. So let's go into the store proper. You can see here I have a certain amount of time to do everything. Whenever I go in a new room, it costs more time, and searching various things in the room, like if I search this dresser, will take more time as well. You see, is this a record? That is not what I'm looking for. So we're going to go into checkout area. I remember where it is. I'm just demonstrating how to screw this up. I think I remember where it is. Yeah, I'm getting close. You can see here, I've sort of been ignoring it, the hot, cold thing on the bottom. And there it is. So that is, where's the check for the rail vinyl? It's right there. Yay! The check has a number for a phone booth written on it. That's something worth checking out. I'm funny. A close call. Alright, now here's another part, another mini game. It's searching the city. Whole check is starting with something garf. Grease, coffee, maybe that's a clue. So basically you can use the maps to deduce clues that will tell you where the location you're looking for is in relation to these other buildings. See here, there's a church. You want to check out some of these other buildings. You can either use some of your skills or some of your tools. And I don't have any tools because they're vaguely expensive. So let's deduce the first clue. It's more than 2 from a factory. So if I want to do this on foot, it'll cost 9 footprints, and I have 31. So this looks like a factory-esque building. It was. So now if I hit more than 2 from blank, or more than 2 from the factory, it will show me that is the range where the building could be. Deduce another clue. Exactly 4 from a bookstash. From a bookstop, a bookstore. Or what I assume is a bookstore. So let's case out another place. You have unlocked a new tool, a train ticket show all railway stations. Right, of course, that's a railway station. Why would I assume it to be anything else? That's silly. Anyway, I can do one more on-foot search, or I can use the squad car patrol to check if this is the place I'm looking for, which would actually not reveal either of those. So, deduce a clue. It's more than 2 from the church. So if I activate both of those, or in turn, I can see that there's a specific range that they could be in. But I need to figure out which one of those is a bookstore. Do I have anything? Do I have a tool that will reveal bookstores? I thought I might have at some point. Oh, library. Show all libraries. There's the I didn't see the library because it was underneath the sidebar. That's not a good design. So exactly 4. It's in that range, but it's more than 2. And so it's that place with the 9 on it. Where was the buyer calling from? I'm going to see if it's this. Yes, it was! Telephone booth right next to a cafe. So if I had done the footprints on there, it would have shown a cafe. Maybe you should go inside. Jazz and coffee. Alright, and here's the final minigame. It is the lineup, where you basically use evidence and the photographs to whittle down a list of suspects. Do you know a particular client? One that's a fan of jazz. Talking to Adam Smith, one of the fathers of economics. Fathers of crap brand of economics, but father of economics nevertheless. Some of our patrons like that music. Let me see. So here we are. We have a long list of people here. And we have 3 questions we can do. Obviously, let's start off as man or woman. Was it a man? It was. So we can whittle off all the female suspects here just by tapping them. And that should have been obvious because there was only 2. And now you can see the cost of the evidence has gone up to 2 photographs. So is he short or tall? I'm guessing he's going to be tall. Right. So that goes sort of Duffy and Kane. So now we have 5 remaining. You see, you can judge it on the base of the nose, on the mouth, on the hair, or other characteristics. And let's see if this person has black hair. I think I remember who the person in this case was. I think it was Coltrane because it's sort of a pun reference to Coltrane. But let me see if there's a... Check if this is a suspect you're looking for. That'll cost 20 questions. And it is. Who bought the jazz vinyl? It was Jack Coltrane. Excuse me, sir. My client is hiring me to find the vinyl you bought yesterday. Give it up. Oh, you mean Betty, right? I bought this vinyl as a gift for her. Ah, you smooth operator. I'm gonna give her some smooth jazz. Tell her to come here and you think of something romantic. I'm just a regular Cupid. But anyway, that wraps up the case, so I will go back to my office here. What did the cafe's expecting? I meant someone special. Yeah, I'm the hero. I'm the big hero. And nothing really much to talk about there. Did not find the secret case, but I got the 3rd star. And... oh, yeah, you can offer me 750 candies for $15. What a great price. I've been going back and forth in this game for a while. On the one hand, the makers have made some excellent changes from the original Puzzlecraft. I appreciate that this just isn't that game with some kid-friendly noir painted on top. That being said, the main part of the game, the tile matching, is terrible. It's neither fun nor fair. The emphasis on in-app purchases, while not necessarily in your face, is ever present due to the amount of times you're going to have to use items because you're not getting any tiles. Never mind that I sort of breezed through that one. Normally, it's not that easy. I'm not saying the game should be hold my hand simple, but I'd like to be given the chance without having to rely on trinkets that disrupt the flow of the game and try to milk me for money. Another case solved is not really worth your time unless you really, really, really like the original Puzzlecraft. If that's the case, then you may get a kick out of this game. Maybe, if you didn't mind all the things they added in that are not Puzzlecraft. I've been Poor Cynic, ta-ta, and farewell.